Greetings. This is me, Zahra Jawad. I'm very upset today because of my health also, and intrusive thoughts going on. I want to ignore them, what people say. So I was working on pictures for Facebook as on YouTube. You cannot post pictures. I cannot. So only videos and come live stream here. I'm going to now, just a minute, I'm going to share this and make this on YouTube. I've decided to talk about this Muslim guy, calls me mad and what. So I think I've told him I'm very angry at him. You are quite made in that sense. Mad. He can't even spell his new message has come here. I'm just going to, don't know, guide you are regarding this false information. You said ex-son. Adopted son. That son, Hazrat Zaid, was not his own son. Of course not. I said adopted son. Muhammad, keep him in his house for care, and this was for order of Allah. Rest about Hazrat, what is it? It's not your real son. You can marry his wife. Are you made in sense? In the sense, are you mad in this sense? He's saying to me. God knows what he's saying. Spelling mad, made. There's a hadith, there's a hadith, there's a tafsir, please. There is a tafsir. This guy comes before, tries to help me, and I didn't like the way he questioned me. So one time I said, is he harassing me or are you testing me? Are you harassing me or do you really care? Some people, they say they really care. I could be so gullible here. I don't have to answer these questions. Am I on drugs? Do I take drugs? Ganache asked that night. Am I? And I'm obsessed with what? Uh, Black magic. Harm people do, of course. I've been it so hard. Anyone would have this obsession. What are you talking this? He doesn't know how to write English. He's coming there. Prophet Muhammad was an adulterer. He went after the wife of Zaid. There's a particular hadith. It may have come through one person, and the chain of narration could be broken. But overall, I looked at it and don't. This thing about are you mad? No personal attacks. I will not tolerate such attacks anymore on me. I did not say, I said, look into the thing what I said. And this kind of thing I cannot tolerate in Pakistan. This kind of behavior, battamizi, I cannot tolerate. Prophet Muhammad is a public figure, was and was my prophet. He was my prophet. He's a public figure. What are you saying that are you made? It's mad, not made. In sense, what are you talking this? Are you in your senses meaning? You've been following me for some time now. Don't pretend like you don't know what I'm doing on social media. So in the beginning, I got really, I did a live stream on Facebook right now, called him, but he's quiet. And I've even sent him a message. Because you see, these are where do you come from? Which dirty womb of your mother? Where's your mother from? And the messenger, where are you from? I'm from United Arab Emirates. That's where I'm from. Fakhar Khatak. If you don't agree, don't like me, leave me. I have left Pakistan for these kind of things. And even India, I don't trust. I would like to go to UK or somewhere, Europe. ना इंसान की कीमत है ना कुछ है. I was feeling sorry for you Muslims that what the Americans have done in Abu Ghraib, uh, in Iraq, someplace they took them and how they tortured them. My goodness, still not leaving my mind. And you people, see, Americans, you can't, they will give it to you like anything. The way they tortured you people, the Muslims, on suspicions of terrorism. That is horrible. That is it's too outrageous. So I was making these, he's going to hell. Angels, look at the angels of hell taking Prophet Muhammad to hell. Here he is in the middle, somewhere going to hell. So these are some pictures are abstract. The face of hell, fire, burning, blood, because he uh, made many people bleed. Heart is the truth. Love is the greatest. So I'm not able to talk properly. Please excuse me right now. Um, Here it's very abstract, like the sun has turned blood red because he's seen. I was shown as I was working on my pictures. I didn't even know what I would be just, spontaneously also trying to make a thumbnail for this YouTube recently. I wanted to come, but I didn't have the energy. So I stopped myself and started to work on these pictures. So a thumbnail would be like, explaining Surah Baqarah, ayat 213, Surah Baqarah. Okay, I'll just open this. So these kind of Muslims who are battamis, personal attack on me. Are you mad? Are you in your senses? You see, this kind of I've only seen in Pakistan with Pakistanis and Asians doing this. I haven't seen too many of Europeans doing this. The way they ask, and they don't even they're not even in this position where they can do this, or to a lady even if they say I will f you and this and that for this. So very concerned about like recently, no, just how many weeks ago. So I told him, please don't toy around with me like that. I know you're not concerned. You're just the way you talk, the way you ask questions. You just want to aggravate the situation. This Pakistani or Muslim, wherever he's from, he sent me a private message to Laila. Where are you? So who do you know? You see, here we have it's like the sun coming down. So it's on that picture of no, sorry, it's on that video. Michael, George Michael, and what's his name? God, a very famous singer. Don't let the sun go down on me. Sorry, I can't remember his name. Elton John, Mr. Elton John. So you see here, finally I got like, what is, because I was on the Quran ayats, like I wanted to make a thumbnail for YouTube. So what the title I wanted to choose and try to explain, like, are we, um, how we have been fooled, um, deceived, that we can't see. I couldn't see it when I was a Shia. That there was one on Surah Baqarah, ayat 213, I think it is. So here you see it's like a tent or something, and the it's half open, and there's some man here with long, or if it's some man or some woman, so maybe like Prophet Muhammad entering, or standing outside Zainab bin Josh's house when she was married to Zaid. The curtain opens, the tent curtain opens, or the house curtain opens. It's slightly abstract. So I felt like God was showing me signs, like it's in the Quran, to heed the signs of God. And so making another picture, like I got this, hearts are the greatest reason. I felt God was telling me is to live by the heart, and love is the greatest reason for life and living, for life on earth, and that we should get married on due to love, not so about marriage. It should be, if we love the person, we should get married to that person, not out of fear of some, adultery, fornication, sorry, when you're single, adultery when you're married, but when you're traveling, you might need, they say in Islam, in Shia Islam, Sunni Islam, Sunni Islam rejects it. Later on, they say it was cancelled, the muta, that Prophet Muhammad had asked his army to practice this during war, when there were less, the men were becoming less, and sorry, the women were becoming more. So we give all these reasons, and so Surah Nisa, ayat 24 and 26. If you have fear of going into fornication, you can marry those half uh, bond women, not full-fledged believing, or what, a free rich or something like that. You can read in Surah Nisa 26. So here came a lady dressed in black, hairdo up quite. So it gave me, the sign was that this is Zainab bin Josh, this lady here. You can see a little bit of her hair, brown hair she's got, and that face, side face. So I was getting all emotional. And then the parda has moved. So this is a gif I made of it. So this is how it came. For the first time, well, the first time it was maybe earlier here. It's like the okay, the first time. No, it's somewhere else. So, and then this is her back. This is the cover, part of the cover of her house that has moved. This is slightly in the dark, not light. And then she sees Prophet Muhammad. She gets up. So, from a very simple thumbnail, title of my live stream on YouTube, this is how I got it. Looks like a woman, lady. Okay, this is the first time I was trying to make another thing from this for live stream YouTube thumbnail. Unbelievable what I got. So, humanity or human beings, as precisely what it says in the Surah Baqarah verse, is that humanity was one. So I was thinking God gave me a heart as I was working on, but it got complicated and I started to make other pictures and go on with it. So, ladies, for the women, the left, it's like a loudspeaker. Uh, Women have come up in Islam. What we thought Islam gave women a lot of rights. So this is a face in the middle of a lady. You can see, and that we need to speak up and speak out for our mothers, for our sisters, for our daughters, if you have daughters, for our aunts, all the women in Islam. So this here on the left and right looks like a loudspeaker. You know those we had old ones. Although did I speak about this? Women don't feel. Some women are very proud of their. Yeah, I think in live stream in my previous live stream, I spoke about this. That about the women hijab and all this. The and then the Western side also criticizing. I criticize the Western side also. So what is this coming to? I was wondering what else would God give me? So God, I don't know, it's like a bird, and then this, it's like an angel or some one reading a book here. Can you see a face like some strange bird? Like was God giving me phoenix? Hafiz has also written about it. What do you call them? Smar of Phoenix. What do you call it as in Farsi? Or Hafiz Shirazi, the poet. I was wondering whether I was thinking maybe God's giving me signs I could find something here uh, that where this book Quran was copied from, or what, and what book to read. And this was on the candle uh, is coming up with the sun. Uh, Sun is kind of not that round. It's also got a tiger's face and a bear and a king. And so the flame. So this, I was like, don't let the sun go down on me. That, sorry, there's some work going on here. Every day it's like this through the afternoon till evening. Uh, so there, all this, like a toy, you know, person, boy, girl, what is this? So all humanity, all human beings, one. This, perhaps even aliens agree to this, or aliens came and the bird type person. So it's like Hindu, very symbolic. This bird type person is a creature reading a book. So after all this came, a lady appeared and I saw the tent. And so I felt God was communicating to me through images, it's like an exposition um, that Prophet Muhammad did go into, did see Zainab bin Josh. And for me, now that hadith can be true, that when he said, glory be to God who turns hearts. Although the religious scholars say that non-Muslim foreigners use that, whoever the ones who are in this about religion and all. So what do you call them? Christian apologists, or what, whoever you call them. So what happens is they use that hadith against Prophet Muhammad. Okay, this. So it's, where's that? Whoops, I didn't save it because this image. Before this, it was like a heart. Oh yeah, it is there. So although Surah Rum says that in your mates you find this tranquility and loving kindness you should have. God has placed loving kindness in your spouses and all. But there's also an ayat where if you fear uh, fornication, marry. So that's like marry someone you can afford. So that's not out of love. That's like out of a fear for something, like in Surah. Um, so that's terrible. Surinesa. But you see, to tell the Muslims they have, I have to then take into consideration every argument they will give to me, every reason they will give to me from all sides. So this is what I have to do to counter the argument. And in my last previous video I uploaded, I couldn't go by the every argument that they're going to give me, every reason they're going to give me. So I just left it and said I would think about it later. I have some problem with my head. A lot of stress I feel. Like I was doing the sapien medicine that on YouTube. I don't know. I feel am I gullible or something? Nothing is helping. I just believe what people tell me. But these are they certified? Can is this proper, or will this is this certified? So don't know who to believe in. Surah Nisa, ayat 26. Where is it? Surah Nisa, ayat 26. If you fear, or is it 23? Oh, 24. So, there's this fear that the Muslims will come after me. I'm not supposed to even go out or something here. And also prohibited to your all married women except those your right hands possess. So, chastity, and yes, you can look at that. But those married women are not in love. They need refuge. They're like refugees. So you don't have to get married to them in order to financially provide for them and all this. But the Muslim side is the religious side is that no, you have to get married to them. You can't make them your. They are not your real sisters. They're not your real daughters. So no, you have to get married to them. The shaitan is the third, and also prohibited you are all married women except what your right hands possess. This already, and then comes 25 verse, and whoever among you cannot find the means to marry free, you can't find the means to marry free believing women, then he may marry from those whom your right hands possess of believing slave girls. But okay, they can be chaste and very nice, very good. You believers are one of another, so one of another. In that way, you are one of another, you believers. I don't know in what way, but you are one of another. Uh, and so marry them with permission of their people and give them their due compensation. I can't believe the Muslims can be so rude. The way they, are you mad? Are you in your senses? Of course, they can be even worse than that. What did what they did to Mashal Khan, what they did to, just in Pakistan, Shaheed Junaid Jamshed. Just that there was some rumors going around, or they thought that Junaid, how can Junaid Jamshed not respect? Of course, he respected Ummul Mumineen Aisha, but maybe he was quoting a hadith or saying something, or maybe in the Quran, like Surah Tahrim. That poor guy, I don't know the case, and I cannot say, but he's Shaheed now. They found him. They were finding him in the at the airport. They went after him to, hit him and all this. These Pakistanis, some of them are really terrible. They think, and by rudeness, they think they're going to attract people to Islam. The more rude you are, the more the people will run away from Islam. I mean, it's just the way to ask people, are you mad? Are you, who are you? I mean, are you my mother? Are you my father? If my mother said, are you in your senses? In that position where she is, or my father said, are you mad? What are you doing on Facebook? I can understand. But a total stranger, younger to me, this boy, Pakistani or whoever he is, I mean, what kind of a thing is this? They don't realize, and never will they realize. I figured I was just talking to myself, thinking, not talking to myself, thinking that those people who don't realize, you cannot make them realize. There will always be these people who will say, you have a low comprehension, you have deep issues, you don't know what you're talking about, and this and that. So all the reasons you intercourse randomly, not those who take secret lovers, but once they are sheltered in marriage, if they it's no big deal. Even other religions have the same thing. And who would be crazy? Only few, or maybe there are many people to want to do this. Go around randomly. Allah wants to, and even Prophet Muhammad, I felt he's a womanizer. Actually, someone did say that. I seconded it. In Salim Lalani's last live stream that I was there. Which one was it? Can't remember, but someone said, if His Highness Aga Khan, you're saying is a womanizer, then Muttaz or His Highness Aga Khan the Third, or whoever, then Mutta and all this is allowed in Shia Islam, and so someone was saying that even Prophet Muhammad was a womanizer. He had so many women. Married. Okay. You say he had no limit until Allah put limit on him. In Surah Azab, we are told, but no limit on what your right hands possess. He had no limit, even if you find them beautiful or with good qualities. Women with good qualities, not because they are widows or something. God should have put there in the Quran. Allah wants to make clear to you. So, where is it? So, out of fear, this is for him among who is afraid of being harmed in his religion or in his body. Yes, believing people, you may be afraid of being harmed, but who will harm you, Muslims? Sorry, I have to put it this way now. Because you see, you people think you have you want to protect Prophet Muhammad by disrespecting a person, attacking personally others. He was a public figure. He was my prophet, and I have a basis on which I am doing this. I'm justified. I feel I'm justified. So the some of the Muslims here were told this believing. This is for him among you who is afraid of being harmed in his religion. What's this? Yes, this is the same verse. Afraid of being harmed. This permission is for those among you who fear sin. So you know what you are doing. You are being told to do. If you still have the fear of sinning, fawning, sleeping around, you have this urge. You are asked to marry because to protect yourself. Better do something else. For me, it's my opinion. So I can hold my opinion. Instead of getting married to someone you don't love, But then God says, the Muslims will say that God says in Surah Rum, Ayat 21, Allah places love. And there, here I got them. I caught Islam, not the Muslim. Why should I catch? See, I don't want like this personal attacks, so don't do it. Respect people. I'm doing this for justice, for truth's sake. I'm not doing this because I have something against my religion. We were always told, and I was always reminded, and I always agreed to it, that religion is not the problem. People being hypocrites or bad, rotten, some people in Islam, like in Pakistan, what kind of Pakistan has no, it's just a name, Islamic Republic of Pakistan. It did killing Shias and this and going out. This is not religion for us, Shias. This was not our religion. Killing people, killing Shias to protect their religion. I don't know what they were doing. And how they do it, I could not for the life of me understand. This is terrorism. This is not religion, we were told. So I'm not doing this because I was angry, but the reason why I'm doing now, I'm angry because I find out that someone has lied to me. So, and people trying to just for the ego. So I made this video that plays a little bit. Whatever I can do, I did. So if you would leave your mind behind. So they say here that Allah places. So if you have fear of sin, and maybe you don't love this person, but when you get married to this person, we were told that at the time of nikah, blessings, barakat come. It's a it's a sunnat of Rasulullah to have this nikah, aqad, contract, marriage contract done. And then God puts love, even though you may not know each other. But Bismillah karke shadi kar lo. Do the marriage. Don't think of love marriage and all this. Think of how this person is pious. Look at his piety. कि मौलाना साहब केमिकल नहीं है यार, बड़े आप एक्सपोज हो गए हैं शायद कि केमिकल नहीं है, much exposure to men and all this. So मौलाना साहब प्यार हो गया. I said I love this person. So no, not like that, but you being very conscientious of what you're doing, your duties in your religion, Islam, and who you marry, so that this can be a great marriage to help religion, be of service to Muslim believers, and all this. Be a good mother, be a good wife when you have a good husband, a good believing husband, believing Muslim. So, going to Surah Room, everything. Sorry, I didn't have that. I couldn't think. I thought that it's going to be much difficult to make the Muslims see this if they want to kill me. And they think I'm doing this because I have low comprehension or some psychological problem against the religion, not my own personal, but against the religion or what. It's very difficult to show you Muslims, such Muslims. So here we are told, we're back to, it's very difficult. So I was saying, about why did God give us a will, free will? And it didn't make sense to me and all this. So thank God, I was looking for a verse and I found a very easy thing. I'll take a shortcut now and go on with it. But counter arguments, I will. I have left that for a while because my mind, like, is so much. Hold on to this, hold on to that. This is the way to see it. That is the way to see it. I spoke about difference of patterns of thinking, Sunni and Shia. I gave that example. I realized that you can't even, God is giving you signs and you can't even say because this Muslim will come up and be very rude with you, give you a personal attack. I mean, this is how they've learned. This is their way. In Pakistan, I know I'm very familiar with the vulgar, rude ways of Pakistanis, some of them. Very low category people. Are you mad? Are you in your senses? Like एक बच्चा आके, there was once I went to see View in Karachi and I wasn't feeling well. And hardly like 3 months would pass, I would not leave my house. Because there we had a driver, someone to drive and all this. So I didn't have to leave my house, just, you know, order things and ask him to, request him to get it for me. So, and it was very, very strong on me, the pressure and energy and all this. And I would have so many breakdowns in the nighttime, so many voices. So what happened is I said, let's, people say, go out, go. So I went to Seaview and this little girl, 7 years old, something like this, or maybe younger, 6 years old. 7, 6, 8 years old girl with her family, like adults, and the female adults were there too. Two of them or something like this. Can't remember exactly now. So this was in year 2000 somewhere. Like she came up to me. I was at Seaview, is the seaside, right, the beach in Karachi, and she told me she abused me, Kamini, or something like this. What was the word from Urdu word? And every time I go out and find some bad people, worse condition, I come back home saying, I wish I had not even left my house. It's not worth it. House, you know, is better than going out because, wanting to improve society and then having a small girl, Pakistani girl, come up to me and say, abuse me just for nothing out of the blues. Kamini. And the aunt or mother or whoever young, they'll, don't say anything. This is the lowest, like what kind of dirty people they are. So, like we had this thing that Imran Khan, that has some robe personality, very this thing that he would improve, human development in Pakistan, work on that. तो उनको भी काम नहीं करने दिया, बिल्कुल कुछ नहीं. बेचारा कहाँ से क्या हो गया, बदल गया. Better that he go back to London. And his ex-wife and all this, and missing Jemima really much. And salutations to that lady, that Jewish lady, Jemima, if she hasn't become. Sorry, I have nothing to do with that, but that I thought she was saying something about Islam and that her boys. I have nothing. So it's sorry, it is. But I called her a Jewish lady because I really, her Jewish upbringing. And in London, I've seen how they have been. So, uh, My neighbors were great. Okay, some school boys and all, they do abuse, and sometimes, but no, no, still, I feel that London is a great place. My neighbors, the boys, I was, when I was a girl, young, and my little bit my age, somewhat, very good people, very great people. You can walk alone, talk, play, and all this. They won't be so disrespectful. This is like too much. Young person, he looks very young, coming in on Facebook. And are you mad? And are you in your senses? And this and that. And Prophet Mom. But okay, yes. Now you see. Now he's telling me when I got very angry on Facebook live stream. So wasting my energy and all this. Now you see, the religious scholars would say, because all we have left now, and the Imam, His Highness Akhan, what he says, he's not even. It's, the I don't know what he says about these ayats, but they take it in a different manner. So he placed between you affection and mercy. God placed between you affection and mercy. So why did Zainab bin Josh and Zed's marriage end in disaster when they were supposed to? So please, if you're going to do mischief making and you're going to uh, I haven't even reached that tafsir, or is it in the hadith? I haven't reached it. Um, where Prophet Muhammad goes to Zainab bin Josh's house. Now I'm going. But you see, you take the Quran ayats like I've shown you, like I took it, and then if you want to use logic like that, Prophet Muhammad went to Zainab bin Josh's house. Sorry, sometimes I feel I can't properly, like right now, convey things, explain things, but I'm doing my best. Went to Zainab bin Josh's house. Glory be to Allah who turns hearts. Glory. So this has come in after recheck. Glory be to Allah who turns hearts. So I had to give it to this Pakistani, say that is your mother a prostitute or a pimp? Where does she come from? And who do you, am I your mother? And Pakistanis who threaten to kill and all this. Just know that in Pakistan there is no Islam. There's no Islam in you either. Such people, it's just your ego. So you're not going to scare me. I've lived in Pakistan most of my life and seen what a gutter it is. Gutter hai, gutter Pakistan. Yaqeen Institute now. What a. Sorry, I have to use this. So, uh, re-examination from a historiographic perspective. First of all, I don't think you people have looked into. I think it is lust for Zainab, because in Surah Azab we're told after his marriage he told his Sahabas that now don't come. Even the parda came after this, whatever, khamar and jalab. jalbab, khamar, cover your heads. Two verses on that. One says, you know, cover this and that, the whole thing. And then in Shia Islam, how they interpret those verses and give us a live example from Bibi Fatma Zahra and the Prophet's daughters, granddaughters, and all, daughter and granddaughters. So Muslim response have primarily focused on inconsistencies in the narrative. So where's that hadith? I don't want to go into these articles because these articles are prejudiced and not and biased. They're not unbiased. Forget that he married his adopted son's ex-wife. There's a hadith, or is it a tafsir, or is it from Ibn Qatir? Shias reject this tafsir, and even the Sunnis now have learned or something to reject it. But we were told it's in the Sunni hadith that sources, hearts turn tafsir. Uh, so you see, they like to hide this. Let's see if I can find it in Wikipedia. Even the Sunni Muslims are very, very ashamed of this. And although there's a link is very not strong. How do you call it? I'm not good at this. The So probably someone is going to come here and attack verbally, personal attack. Muslims are very, very rude people, and they feel like killing a Shia. It will get them to heaven. Huris, and killing someone who this is they feel this is disrespect to Prophet Muhammad. So if God is giving me signs, what can I do? Around 625, Muhammad proposed to Zainab that she marry his adopted son, who in her turn became president. Zainab, supported by her brother Abdullah, at first refused the proposal on the grounds that I am the widow of a Quraysh. She presumably meant that Zainab's social status was too high to allow her to marry an ex slave. Okay, so this Prophet was well aware that in a person standing in the eyes of Allah, that is important. She can hardly have thought that he was not good enough. She was an ambitious woman. Oh God. So about Zainab bin Josh, from one side it's coming, and now I really cannot take it. I know what it is. I know this is so I can't take it. The ninth century historian Tabari, I say, gives two independent accounts of a visit that Muhammad paid to Zaid's house. The hareskin curtain that served as Zaid's front door was blown aside, accidentally revealing Zainab dressed only in her shift. Zainab arose to dress herself, advising Muhammad that Zaid was not at home, but he was welcome to visit. However, he did not enter. He exclaimed to himself, "Praise be to Allah who turns hearts around," and then departed. So the Shias who bring to our attention, my aunt did, that Zainab bin Josh was a cousin of Prophet Muhammad and he could have married her before. But maybe, another man's wife later. Zainab grew up from they say like ugly duckling. Once upon a time, I was ugly duckling, and then, sometimes you grow up to be a swan from that ugly duckling. So I now reject the Shia thing. So this Tabari says it. When Zaid came home, Zainab told him what had happened. Zaid went to Muhammad saying, Prophet, I've heard about your visit. You see, because now how can Zainab be giving him Zaid trouble when we are to. So you see this whole, when you read history neutrally, without fear, you see that then it doesn't make sense. When Zaid came home, Zainab told him what had happened. Zaid went to Muhammad saying, this is why Zaid now goes to Muhammad, saying, Prophet, I've heard about your visit. Perhaps you admire Zainab, so I will divorce her. Oh, this makes more sense rather than as Zainab, we are told, was highborn, wasn't getting along with, because, Islamically, Quran ayats, it doesn't make sense. It wasn't making sense to me. Now, this makes sense. That's why Surah Azab ayat 37. Keep your wife and fear Allah. You see, this is the time where Zaid goes to Prophet Muhammad and says, because you see, why would Zaid want to divorce Zainab bin Josh and go to Prophet Muhammad? He's a believer. They've been forced to marry under the Surah Azab ayat 36. Obedience. So I'm sorry, this makes more sense to me now, right? Or wrong? I don't know, but this makes more sense. So maybe فخر وهو خطك, you are sorry, you've lost, you know, in bias and prejudice, such bias that you have to be rude to someone, a lady who is much older to you, and what has she done to you? But if she is doing some, you already know, you were there before 3 weeks back telling me that you will help me for my. When I on Facebook, I asked for help. I said, "Is there anyone who can help me?" How can I trust a person like him, pretending that he doesn't know I'm doing these videos, I'm doing live streams for so long? What kind of people are you? So I've shared this on Facebook. Who is out of their senses? Please don't let me be. No, I've said that his mother is a pimp and prostitute. And here is my angry one. I've got an image of Zainab bin Jadash. Do you know anything about art? And stop this, Lugna. Where are you from? You have no respect for people. Prophet Muhammad was a person. He was a famous person. He was a public person. Public figure. And he doesn't want criticism, but there are hadiths, there are tafsirs. Now I'm very angry at this time. But who do you think I am? My mother, my father, my mother-in-law? Who do you think you are? His mother is a pimp. So a little bit of this, yeah, a lot of anger coming out of me again. And here is my angry one. Oh, okay, it's alright. Okay, so ये पाकिस्तानी सुधरते नहीं हैं. पता नहीं कहाँ से आते हैं. And how many do we have here, people? The jerks here. I should put my really even like complete, put this live chat off. Can we trust? There are people playing games and God knows who. There's a book, the games people play. I'm much aware of those things happening. Still, I can be so gullible, and I give you the respect, I give you the trust. So don't do it. Don't disrespect. For that, you should be fined, I think. Fine होना चाहिए. So this is not about, this is coming to it, but that's why Zed went. This is not that what he thinks. Are you in your senses? A woman, a marriage has been broken. Rasulullah was alive. Who do you think I am? How much of a fool have I been made of? By life, by people, by prophets, by their books, by these beliefs, without evidence, without proper investigation. Apply our senses now. I'll say that you are the one out of your senses, that you have no regard for this marriage that took place for a lady, Zainab, from the Quraysh. She just said she's a Quraysh widow. And I even explained that in my videos or live stream, earlier ones. How proud will I feel as a Muslim if I say I'm a widow? Zainab had no fear. She said she's a Quraysh widow, not a highborn widow, but that respect that the Quraysh may have given their widows. Okay, we were told that they're infant, but we have to read between the lines to see. You see here, doesn't write like Shia Islam, Wiki Shia or Wiki Islam, Wiki Islam. It's very neutral. And when you read between the lines what exactly Zainab said, she said, and we come to the conclusion, we come to the assumption that Zainab, it meant that I'm a highborn. But you know that respect, you think every other Muslim is who is nosy and interferes in other people's lives, even if they want to help, they interfere a lot. So they're going to come and say, what first question is, why aren't you married? Find a companion. That will make you well. I tell you, what do they fear? You see, what did Zainab have to fear? Not even the Quraysh clan people, the tribe, the chieftain there, feared for Zainab that it will be like this. I can't open some, so it will be like Surah rare case. If you say this is a rare case, then okay, this is a rare case. But Zainab bin Josh was also a rare case where she was not sleeping around. She was a proud widow. What was the word the Wikipedia has used? She was a Quraysh widow, meaning her big, Surah Zoha, we are told, oh, help the orphans, and he helped the orphans, and other places, Surah, we are told, which one is it, Surah Nisa, or which one is that Surah for? Surah Nisa, I think, help the orphans, this and that. Here she was a widow, and that Prophet Muhammad was helping widows whose husbands fighting with him, so they lost their husbands, and he married the chieftain's daughter, Safia bint Huway, and he married Jawaria bint Harith. Who is the one who's talking sense? You are not talking sense. And then you go disrespectful Who do you care for? You don't care for Prophet Muhammad. You only care for your own honor for Prophet Muhammad, not Prophet Muhammad himself. There's a difference. And you don't care for justice. You're blinded by your beliefs and biased by your beliefs. That you have to be disrespectful. Bacha bacha ke child, adults, adolescents. You sick, vulgar person must be doing something, in Karachi on Bori Bazaar, touching a woman, and then come on Facebook and do this. Say this to me. So, who brought you up and who gave you birth? Out of fear. So, excuse me, Zainab bin Josh's case was that she was a Quraysh widow, and the Quraysh chief did not marry her because he said, "You be a widow and we have, you have our backing. If you don't feel like marrying someone after your husband's death, we will provide for you financially. We will back you." And when they say that, you can see behind what it means, behind what Zainab bin Josh said. I mean, which Muslim will do this? Which Muslim leader, even? Here now we have this in the UAE, but with a lot of struggle, alone living here. You see, I have to be careful of how I carry myself outside. I have these, someone could think I'm a prostitute or something here. We couldn't live alone. If I was well with my family here, they wouldn't allow me to live alone. We can't travel in taxis alone like that here. My family is strict about this. What in taxis? Nah, madam. What kind of men, Pakistani men I get in all this, even Indians or some. What this? Not good. So these low category people really, they don't care. You see, they don't care about this. I'm dying. Feels like my energy is draining. This is my passion. If I can help one person, reach 1%, and please, human development. I don't want those rotten. If you are born from a rotten mother, from a rotten womb, don't come here. I left Karachi because of the seeking refuge in my country. Because I was told that Sheikh Muhammad, His Highness Sheikh Muhammad bin Rashid Al Maktoum, helps financially in business matters. You give him new ideas, and the government, they will help you. And we can go directly to His Highness Sheikh Muhammad and ask for his help. But I didn't want to trouble him or anything. I went to the police, Dubai police. So, anyways, the thing is that they help their people financially, they take care of them. This doesn't happen in India. It doesn't happen in Pakistan, doesn't happen in such countries. So at least the sheikhs are helping me financially and all this. We have facilities here, uh, hospital free and all this. So that's why I will not tolerate that junk in Pakistan that I got. My own, like, I want to get well. This is a passion. I want understanding hearts like friends. We can, brothers and sisters in humanity, caring for each other. Look, I don't, when I'm not hurting you or attacking you verbally, don't do it to me. And this rule should come out. Before it was like, don't say anything to the Islam, to religions and discriminate and this and that. Yes, don't personally attack people, but Prophet Muhammad was a public figure, has been until now. He was my prophet. I believed in him, that's why, and his grandson. I wanted to live a khulus life, a life full of principles and a religious sincerity. So when I came back from London, I thought it was time for me to do that. Live respectfully in my house. If my Shia Islam says no music, no music, I was throwing away my cassettes, all that, put it in a bag, luggage, kept some aside, threw some away, like that. So please, I wanted to live a respectable life in my house as a sincere Shia, trying to find, and then did my research and all this, and respect people. I don't know what this Islamic thing, this Muslim thing about um, one coming saying attacking my mother who has passed away. Anyways, um, I dealt with that. Attacking, personal. Are you out of your senses? Who do you think I'm trying to save? Entire. Uh, I'm trying to save the people. I would have been killed or uh, burnt alive or something like that. Bibi Asya जैसी मेरी condition. Bibi Asya से would have been worse than Bibi Asya, the Christian lady in Pakistan, or Mashal Khan. And latest news in Pakistan, I don't know, and the the Pakistani Hindus. Rules must change now, and your mind should change. So don't do it. Don't personally attack people. He was a public figure, Prophet Muhammad, and I am trying to do it as with understanding hearts for you people, Muslims. But once it came to me through God, the sign, it hurt. Like, don't you think if you feel you've been deceived, someone has been? So many verses against Jews who deceived people in the name of God. So many verses against Christians. So many verses against polytheists, hypocrites. So don't you think the same thing should apply to him when it comes to him when someone finds out, like I did, that he's a false prophet? Doesn't make sense. So Zainab bin Josh didn't have any problems about this fear of fornicating, sleeping around with men. Since she was a widow now, she had lost her husband. So that great chief of the Quraysh must have said, because she was able to say, I'm a proud. No, no, she didn't say that proud. Some say she was proud. But what her words were that I am a Quraysh. I'm a widow. Quraysh widow. You see, right now we go out, some Musalman wants us looking at us and trying to, drop a line or something or throw his number. She was a Quraysh widow, meaning she was proud of her uh, this. Can you not see it in that way? Like we say, what's the pride of Shia Islam? What's the pride of Shia Islam? Fakhr. Fakhr hai. Imam Ali pe na fakhr. Ah. So such a thing, Quraysh, such backing that she didn't even have to fear that she will be going to this sleeping around, fornication, or adultery when you're married. So since Zainab was a widow, again fornication would come up if she had this fear. But maybe she loved her husband so much that when she lost her husband, all she needed was that backing of the Quraysh. But that backing she got without sex. She could stand up and say that I am a widow, Quraysh widow. You Muslims, sorry, I know how the talk goes, okay? Someone comes in, oh God. So some woman didn't get married, and so what is the no? So my opinion is that ye to Rasulullah ki sunnat hai, and this is a terrible thing. I don't believe in this. That you can be a unmarried Muslim, unmarried Muslim woman. This kind of a thing. And who are you? You think you're a Muslim? Sunnat hai, Rasulullah ki. Why are these women not married and now they've reached 60 years old or things like that? ऐसे होता है. This is how it goes in Pakistan and God knows elsewhere, and how worse it can be. So if your family's strict, you've got to get married. You have to get married. So the Sunnis say Bibi Khadija was married, and anyways, but still, can you see what the Khadija, what the Quraysh, what Khadija was? Khadija. So this is not a. So I want you to see that not because she was married, that Prophet Muhammad helped her, but before Prophet Muhammad helped her, she hired Prophet Muhammad. I want you to see how you think, how Islam made you think about itself in such, even though the worst thing that doesn't make sense to morals, ethics, universally. Let's apply it universally to our hearts. If it doesn't, which culture? Only a culture which is biased or dogmatic would be like you Muslims. The making of you Muslims, I'm not blaming you. But those who personally attack me, I'm going to then, of course, come out with the blame and be blunt. But what do I say? I say you are victims of this religion the way you think. Even an immoral act, you make it honorific. His immoral act, you make it honorific. His oath breaking, God, oh, very good. Oh, God has allowed this. Very good. Very good. Oath breaking, oath dissolution, God allowed us. Another thing I was thinking, So you see, before marrying Muhammad, who was she? Look at the family. She was also related to Prophet Muhammad. But Prophet Muhammad, okay, want to marry her or what? She was 40 years old, and she was 40 years old when Prophet Muhammad married her, and he was himself 21 or something like this. We're told. I sorry, 25 years. She hired Muhammad ibn Abdullah, then 25 years old. Okay, she wasn't 21, and then they got married. So here she was the what was Khadija before Islam? Islam did not make Khadija bint Khuwailid, Khuwailid, yeah, Ibn Asad, bin Asad, and Khadija herself chose Muhammad. Khuwailid also had a sister. So Khadija was a very successful merchant. It is said that when Quraysh's trade caravan travelers gathered to embark upon this summer journey to Syria, okay, I say Syria sometimes Arabic or Irani, or winter journey to Yaman, Khadija's caravan equaled the caravans of all other traders of the Quraysh put together. Oh, sorry, people say, oh, this one Sunni Muslim friend, ex-Muslim, was telling me, oh, Khadija did business, this, that. Oh, please. After what happened? She married Prophet Muhammad. Surah Azab verse come. Khimar, go inside. And also ask not the Prophet wives. Only ask them from behind the door. Go into your houses and do not display. But Khadija was a display what? The ignorance, your adornments and all this, like the ignorance days of the Quraysh, pagan Arab idol worshippers. How we insult, how we do this. But you see, Quran ayats also come. Khadija was a very successful merchant. She wasn't Muslim. Now they tell us that she not have any idols. She didn't have idols to worship, and God knows. So this uh, Battami's child must come to his senses. Otherwise, I will fine him. You understand? I'm putting it on YouTube. This is why. I will now either put this thing off and also Facebook. I have to put the comment section off. Uh, my Facebook comment section I will put off. You see? I don't want kachuras, rubbish. And you dare not. If you call me mad, you are not. I know what you Muslims, I know you Pakistani, some of you. It's not Prophet Muhammad's honor, it's your own ego. You understand? I'd enough of your nonsense.
Hello, greetings.
Fakhar Khatak. Don't do it. And since you've done it, of course, your mother has taught you. You don't care for these people. You only are brainwashed to care for Prophet Muhammad and how you see him. अरे इतना justice का that's why. ये नहीं देख रहे हो बेचारी सैना बिन जॉर्ज जैद कौन सेंसलेस कौन डॉगमेटिक है. So that's my Facebook profile. I will not allow this. I will make a noise. I've had enough this time. You, ये बेगैरत कह रहा था मुझे कि he's going to help me. You know why? Because I posted like, oh, no one is in the United Arab Emirates. Help me. Who will help me? My case is messed up. तो लिया opportunities पाकिस्तानी ने. इस पाकिस्तानी बेगैरत ने opportunity लिया. अरे तुम लोग अपने वो बेचारे बच्चे बाहर बेगर्स उनको नहीं खिला सकते हो पाकिस्तानी. तुम लोग मुझे क्या दोगे? तुम लोग इतने बेगैरत पाकिस्तानी हो. अरे ये बच्चे ये अच्छा आ गया. आई विल हेल्प यू. उधर फेसबुक पे आ गया. ही केम ऑन फेसबुक. बेगैरत निकली तो मैं तुम लोगों के कंट्री से ऐसे हूं. बदतमीज शेमलेस पीपल पाकिस्तानी अपने बच्चों को दूसरों के बच्चों को नहीं खिला सकते हो. तुम लोगों के बच्चे देखो बेगर्स. तुम लोग क्या हेल्प करोगे किसका? तुम लोग तो अपॉर्चुनिटी ढूंढ रहे हो. तुम लोग इतने जेलस हो. तुम लोग इतने कमीने हो. जो उस लड़की बच्ची ने मुझे कहा वो तुम लोग हो. तुम्हारी माँ बहने. तुम्हारी माँ बहने हैं. और मुझे अब डर नहीं है. तुम लोग मुझे लाठी से मारोगे या क्या करोगे? तुम लोग तुम्हारे बाप का समझा है क्या? मेरी माँ ने मुझे पैदा किया है समझे. और मैं अपनी माँ की लाडली थी. लेकिन तुम लोगों को क्या है? तुम लोग कराची के बेगर्स देखो इधर. बच्चे बच्चे बेगर हैं. बेगैरतों. Abuse and exploitation cycles. The beggar mafia in Pakistan. What kind of hearts they have. बेगैरत. अभी मैं शेखों की चमचागिरी नहीं करती हूँ ना उनको सैल्यूट मारती हूँ आगे. तुम लोग पाकिस्तानी जैसे मैं चमचागिरी नहीं करती हूँ. लेकिन अगर मेरे दिल से सच सच पूछो तो मैं तुम लोगों को क्या बताऊं. So okay, one of your this thing is doing right. Beggars को देखा आपने ये क्या है? What is this? Then the next thing is that someone who has gotten up. Okay, very good. This person. जैसे पहले तो अपना वो मिसेस चमसी CS की when she was the principal. I was there in Karachi. First, clean up your own corner. तो वो एक है जो वो कैमल राइडर्स बच्चे जो यहाँ कुछ अरब यहाँ बैकवर्डनेस और ये जुल्म बच्चों पे हो रहा था. वो तो हम ख़त्म करना चाह रहे हैं लेकिन ज़्यादातर तो अपने अपने लोगों को तो ये लोग दे रहे हैं ना अपने इमारातीस को. आज मैं पता नहीं मेरा क्या हालत होती पाकिस्तान में. जो हालत होती. तुम लोगों के लॉयर साइको हैं. तुम लोगों के जज साइको हैं. तुम लोगों का जुडिशरी सिस्टम इज क्या नहीं हुआ है. So don't call me बदतमीज. Triggered back into this Pakistan hell. I mean, there's no compassion, no sensitivity, nothing in Pakistan. तो इस्लाम आपको कहाँ मिलेगा? तो यही तो इस्लाम है. This is Islam. Because this is where you are heading. All Muslims. You know where Pakistani insensitivity, no empathy, no care for their people. तो तुम पाकिस्तानी हो मुझे नहीं बोलो कि you will help me. If a European will come and say, I can trust him. I went to Europe, I went to London. As long as these Muslims and all and Indians and all don't interfere in my life, I was great in London. I was doing great in London. I was happy in London. Even in depression, homesickness, there were Europeans helping me in the hostel. We will make tea for you. We look at you, and they were trying to cheer me up and all this. Trusted. I don't know if I'll go to India, Pakistan, what will happen to me, but I know what will happen to me when I go to London for my studies. We won't have those teasers. We won't have harassments. We won't have bribery. We won't have illegal stuff. God bless London. So I knew this person was a Pakistani and he took the opportunity. That's why I didn't reply. I didn't comment. A few weeks ago, I had a very terrible headache, again with the killing feeling, sinking feeling. He said, I will help you. अरे तुम लोग अपनी माँ को बेच के दुबई आओ. तुम लोग तो ऐसे हो. You would sell your mothers to come to Dubai. You would sell your mother to come to go to London. वो सैयद यूसुफ जैदी तो लंदन चले गया. Shia Sayyid. Oh yes, some time ago I was very angry at some Shias. Shias jute, jute, jute. That was my thing. You see, it came out. Sayyid Yusuf Zaidi. So bring you out of this, what can I do? But that was my thing. That was my, I was in this terrible, I felt Sayyid Yusuf Zaidi had also deceived me. Some Sayyids in Pakistan, they play around in desperate situations. We're searching for, healers, spiritual, Rouhani healers, and all this. They come and they mess the situation up and all this. So recently, God has been telling me that this is not the way. Islam is not the way. That there's no love, but you still marry the person, only compatibility or piety or this, and then you have fears and things come up, and then for that, this. So Jiddu Krishnamurti was also saying, but I don't know, very few people will be with me, and very serious people I want and trustworthy people. I wish even like the social media would take this. This is serious. This is about lives. That when I'm searching for help, I mean trustworthy, certified help. Not like in India, not like, but like I'm in London or I'm in America. You see, these spiritual coaches and all, they let each other thrive. They are not jealous of one another. Most Americans are not. Very few Americans. You see the 50-50 drama long time ago on PTV. Okay, there was this excuse me, crab exhibition or something. Okay, so now the Azan has come. So very this thing. I thank you so much. Please, I want serious people here, and enough lives have been ruined. So I'm not going to take it. And personal attack, no more anymore.